You're watching Journeys with Jake, the channel that serves as your guide and source of information for your own zoo and wildlife adventures. Hello and welcome to Journeys with Jake. Today I would like to give you a brief breakdown of one of the greatest zoos in America, the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium. Founded in Powell, Ohio in 1927, the Columbus Zoo is famous for its outstanding animal habitats and theming, its former director Jack Hanna, and its incredible attempts at conservation and education. The zoo is 580 acres, so do plan to be here all day if you want to see everything. And for zoo and animal enthusiasts like myself, I would recommend visiting 2 days. This is what I did, and it allows you to visit the whole zoo without a rush, and also be able to see the animals that you didn't get to see on the first day. Speaking of how long you'll be there, the zoo's hours change frequently throughout the year, ranging from 12 to 5 to 9 to 6. Because of this, I'll have a link in the description below to the zoo's hours. The zoo is home to over 600 species of animal, some of which are extremely rare in American zoos. The Columbus Zoo has varying ticket prices. These include a day pass to the Columbus Zoo, a day pass for visitors who live within Franklin County, and a 2-day pass which offers admission for 1 day at the Columbus Zoo and 1 day at the Zambezi Bay Water Park. The zoo is connected to the Zambezi Bay, but because this is an animal channel, we will be focusing on the zoo parts of the zoo. For the remainder of this video, I'm going to give you a breakdown of the entire zoo, but I will not be covering every single species in minor detail. So if you notice that I missed something, just know that it's because I want to keep this video somewhat short. Now with that all out of the way, I'm going to try and convince you why the Columbus Zoo is a top 10 zoo in America. The first section you'll be greeted into at the Columbus Zoo is the Adventure Cove. The Adventure Cove consists of 3 major habitats. The sea lion and harbor seal habitat, which gives visitors the opportunity to see sea lions from an underwater tunnel. Jack Hanna's Animal Encounters Village, which places its animals in suburban-themed habitats, and the Stingray Bay. The animals in Jack Hanna's Animal Encounters Village are ambassador animals. This means that these animals are trained and used for educating the public about their species, so you'll never know what animals will be in the village. This area of the zoo has shows you can attend on weekends and is an overall great spot for families. The next area of the Columbus Zoo is the North America Trek. The North America Trek is the second oldest section of the zoo, but unlike other aged areas in other zoos, the North America Trek holds up in quality to this day. Half of this section was just renovated, giving new homes to otters, Mexican wolves, bald eagles, and so many other animals. On the other hand, the unrenewed area of the North America Trek has rare animals only a few zoos in America have, such as the moose and wolverine. North America Trek's unrenewed habitats will also be upgraded with a target opening of 2028. But even now, its oldest areas still have their charm, such as the lynxes, which are viewed from an old-fashioned cabin. And the renewed areas of North America Trek still have some incredible qualities, such as one of America's few free-flight bald eagle aviaries. In my opinion, despite its age, the North America Trek is one of the best things the Columbus Zoo has to offer. Although the next area of the Columbus Zoo only houses 3 species of animal, it is still one of the most magical places in an American zoo. The Polar Frontier is themed after an abandoned Alaskan mining town and features some of the best habitats in the nation for brown and polar bears. Both species of bear are allowed to hunt live fish, And you can watch the polar bears hunt and swim in their 167,000-gallon saltwater pool from an underwater viewing gallery that lets the bears swim both right in front of you and right above you. The Ice Bear Outpost provides education for the whole family and views of the Arctic fox habitat. The Polar Frontier will get its own full-length tour in one of my upcoming videos, so I won't spoil much else, but the area's exceptional animal habitat quality and theming, boundless education, and unforgettable animal experiences make this probably the best area in the zoo objectively. The next area of the Columbus Zoo is right next door to the Polar Frontier. At a massive 43 acres, the Heart of Africa is the largest area of the zoo. Themed after the fictional Ajabu National Park, the Heart of Africa allows visitors to see lions, giraffes, cheetahs, vervet monkeys, donkeys, various African hoofstock, and all the animals that can be found in the watering hole. A rotational habitat various animals can be found in at different times of day. The seemingly never-ending savanna is bigger than most African savanna habitats I've seen combined. And it takes part in a beautiful predator-prey illusion that makes it seem like the savanna animals are in the same space as the lions. And you're able to get face-to-face with these lions from a crashed airplane. Combined with the immersive theming, this is probably my favorite area of the Columbus Zoo. Across the conservation lake from Adventure Cove is Asia Quest. Asia Quest is home to just about every animal you would expect to see in an Asian-themed area of a zoo. From tigers to red pandas, elephants to langurs, and large reptiles to Asian birds. This area of the zoo is also home to rare and hard-to-find animals that only a few zoos in America have, such as the sloth bear, flying foxes, markhor, and even the Pallas cat. The area is both heavily and incredibly themed, and it mixes its excellent theming with education. Intact and crumbling tiger statues represent extinct and living tiger species. Crates with illegal animal items and trade provide an example of the illegal wildlife trade, and several other details scattered around the area give some of the best education in the whole zoo, which makes Asia Quest have one of the biggest impacts on visitors of the Columbus Zoo. To get to the rest of the zoo, you'll have to go through a tunnel that goes directly under Riverside Drive. But once you're through there, you're already in the next area of the Columbus Zoo, the Shores and Aquarium. This area of the zoo has three main buildings: the aquarium at Discovery Reef, the Manatee Rescue and Rehabilitation Center, and the Reptile Building. On top of smaller tanks, the aquarium at Discovery Reef features an 85,000-gallon saltwater tank that is home to over 40 species of Asiatic reef fish. The Manatee Rescue and Rehabilitation Center rescues orphaned and injured wild manatees, rehabilitates them, and releases them back into the wild. However, the 330,000-gallon tank is not only a home for manatees, but also fish, pelicans, stingrays, and even a sea turtle. The Reptile Building is the oldest structure in the zoo, but it still holds up with its massive collection of reptiles and its amazing education. Surrounding the Reptile Building are several other animals, representing Aldabra giant tortoise, American alligators, flamingos, and even Humboldt penguins. In my opinion, due to its diversity, the Shores and Aquarium is one of the funnest areas of the Columbus Zoo. The next section of the Columbus Zoo is the Congo Expedition. The Congo Expedition is one of the most unique African forest-themed areas I've seen in a zoo, but that's not a bad thing. It's home to gorillas, leopards, okapi, mandrills, bonobos, and a treehouse allows you to see its birds and Columbus monkeys. The bonobo habitat is easily in the running for best bonobo habitat in the country. And the Congo expedition has 3 yards for its okapi. The gorilla enclosure, however, while not as naturalistic as the zoo's other habitats, is a perfect example of functionality over form, giving its gorillas several opportunities for enrichment and climbing. The gorilla facility at the Columbus Zoo is also famous for having the first gorilla in the world to be born in a zoo. The Congo expedition stands out amongst other exhibits similar to it in other zoos by its amazing animal care ever since it opened. The final area of the Columbus Zoo is Australia and the Islands, which is basically 2 mini sections combined into one. One, as the name implies, represents the animals of Australia. 2 of the habitats are walk-through habitats, with one being for kangaroos and the other being for lorikeets. The Australia section also houses some rare animals that are hard to find in American zoos, such as the koala and Tasmanian devil. Also in the Australia section is the Nocturnal Building and Aviary, which houses even more rare US zoo animals, such as the wombat and kiwi. The aviary, however, transports you from the darkness and dim red lights of the Nocturnal Building into bright and vibrant greens with the tropical birds of Australia. The islands section of this area of the zoo represents the islands of Southeast Asia, with beautiful theming and animals such as the orangutan, Komodo dragon, gibbon, and Asian small-clawed otter. There is also the Dinosaur Island boat ride, which of course features dinosaurs, but also unique views of all the animal habitats in the islands. This boat ride will also get its own POV video on my channel. And that, everyone, was my breakdown of the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium. If you found the video helpful or entertaining, please comment down below because the feedback is much appreciated, and also consider subscribing to my channel. And with that all being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.